So if I wanted to model more accurately with curves, could I do that? Well, certainly. I've got here an image of a wine glass. So what I'm going to do is go back to Blender. I'm going to go to my front view and I'm going to drag that image in. It's a JPG, so it will, a JPEG, it will just drag in as a plane. Okay. So I've got this image of a wine glass. I'm just going to grab it and move it so my 3D cursor is kind of at the bottom center of the glass. Alright. If we look, that's right on center. We could probably move that back a bit, so GY. Just give ourselves a bit of room to work. So, if we come back to the front view, I could add a curve, Shift A, add a Bezier. Not seeing it, it's hard to see, because somehow I'm in the back view. There we go. Now I can see it. I could align that to view, so I'm seeing the full effect of it. I could tab into edit mode and start to shape this curve. So I've selected all, and my screencast key's gone again. Looks like they have. There we go. Got to find a better solution for that. Anyway, I could select all. I could rotate by 90 degrees, say. Grab and move it up here. Let's grab this control point here, line it up on the glass. Let's grab this one, line it up down here somewhere. Let's say about there. Start to shape this. It's probably a bit high. Just kind of getting this general shape. Alright, so I've got this kind of shape of the glass. It's off slightly there. I could spend more time and really kind of hone this in. And I wish I hadn't of now. But anyway, we've got this general shape of the glass. You can spend more time on it. What I could do now, let's move it this way so it's kind of easier to see. Let's go into object mode and let's convert this curve into a mesh. So object, convert to mesh. So now when I edit it, you see it's a series of points. Let me go back to this. So I've got this glass. I can select, make my fine adjustments, just grabbing a little. Move this. Okay. Now I want to add more points to this mesh. I can do that with the last vertex selected. Control click. No, not control click. I could extrude that. That'll be easier. And extrude this shape down. Because it's not an absolute plan view, we can kind of take some poetic license here. Let me extrude this down. And extrude that back in towards the origin or towards the 3D cursor. Right, so I've got this shape. Let's go back to object mode. Modifier, the screw modifier. Where's it gone? There's it gone. Let's change that axis to the y-axis. And there we go. A very, very kind of like faithful reproduction of the picture. So yeah, once again we could finish this off. Let's select this image and delete it. So now we've got this. Screw modifier. We've got a number of steps, which will be the number of things around, and it's set to 16. And in fact, if we were to count this at the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see it's about 16 around. We could increase the resolution there, make it smoother, or make it kind of like blockier. Let's go about 24. Let's see. That's looking pretty smooth. The angle. Well, we're making something that's a complete circle, but if for some reason you were making something you didn't want a complete circle, you can kind of like slice it this way. So I'm going to make that 360 so it meets up. Right, so we already converted a curve to a mesh, and then we extruded the stem down to make this. We can apply this modifier. Okay, so now if we look in edit mode, we've got this wonderful kind of mesh. With this edge loop at the bottom, let me zoom in a little bit. I'm going to merge them into the center, Alt M at center, so it just becomes one vertex. That's not seen under there. That's looking very good. And we've got this hollow bit going down here, which makes things very, very hard. So what we can actually do, let's go into a front view again, and let's go into a wireframe, and I'm going to select one up there, do a box select, and come down to about here. Okay, so we've just got those selected. Now if I press F3 and solidify, there is an edit function for solidify that doesn't work on the whole object. I don't want my stem solidified, there's no point, I just want the inside of the glass. So I'm going to select that and solidify. This does cause a couple of problems, but we'll look at those in a second. First of all, let's just add a little bit more thickness on this so it's easier to see in the video. Alright, one of the problems we're going to see, if we're looking in wireframe, we can see we've got this extra faces coming from the solidify back to the geometry again. And if I was going into object mode and out of X-ray, you see it's kind of causing a seam there. Not something I wanted. So let me come back into the X-ray. You can see it there more clearly actually. So let's go into edit mode. Let's go to face select mode and let us box select these faces. X to delete, and I only want to delete those faces. Okay, so that has left that open again the way we wanted it. Alright, so if I zoom down inside again, what I can now do, select one of these inner ones, Alt select the loop around, extrude and scale into the center, and let's Alt and M to merge those center vertices into one. So now when we look at the glass in solid view, we got that nice bottom, and we don't have the duplicate geometry running all the way down the stem or into the base, but we do have this glass or goblet shape. So what we did there, to recap, is we used a curve to create this same curve, or pretty close to it. Then we converted that curve to a mesh, and then we could do the fine adjustments to get the shape exactly correct. If I bring in this some of what's not working there. Not sure, but anyway, where was I? So we got the shape and we carried on extruding the vertices down to get the general shape. Then we was able to solidify the parts that we needed, and there we have the glass.